What's the best moment of a parent's life? It was the day we found out we were going to be parents, right? Well, that day was also the scariest for me. I was in the bath and my future wife called me up and told me the news. She was scared, and I said all the right things. Put the phone down onto the towel and then quietly fell apart. See, we had pretty terrible childhoods, and almost all of that was because of a father figure. And I didn't really realize until that moment, but I was pretty messed up. When I drunkenly tell people my story, they'd say, "You're so strong. I don't know how you got through all of that." But the truth of the matter is that my hand was hovering over the proverbial self-destruct button, all in the name of fun. I was basically killing myself. And to find out that I was going to become responsible for another life petrified me. How could someone so broken raise someone to be whole? I laid back, panicking, quietly in that bath, and I cried. I didn't know how to be a dad. Didn't know how to be a proper human being. What could I teach that kid from my experience? Pain, fear, incredible sadness. And in that moment, I wanted to run away. I was convinced that if I was involved, I was going to fuck that kid up because I was genetically incapable. Then my sister knocked the door and said, "You right?" I said, "Yeah." She knew, probably heard me. I think, looking back, that's what I needed to hear those words, "Are you all right?" Because it slammed my armor back up. I could now think clearly. I have some great role models. My sister, who is an amazing parent despite our childhood. My Uncle Andy, who is probably the most confident man I've ever met. My Uncle Simon, he introduced me to music, creativeness, and especially my granddad, who taught me how to be a man. And I already knew everything I needed to know to be a good dad. Because all I had to do was just do the opposite of what I was taught. I got out of that bath, looked in the mirror, and smiled because today was the first day of the rest of my life. It wasn't about me anymore. It was about that kid. I was no longer Rob. I was Dad. Got dressed and went to see the mother of my child. Fast forward 12 years later, I've got two kids and they're both doing amazingly. And I am not as broken as I was. Let me quickly read something from a book I wrote before I forget a dad's advice to his children. Abusers crave power because they have none. They will seek to chip away at your wholeness so they can temporarily cover up their own cracks. They are weak, they are inadequate, and they are cowards. If someone hurts you, make that pain and experience the source of your strength. Make it your fire. If they are not suffering, they will be, because the thought of you not only surviving but thriving will make it so. Love, Dad.